be there watching the game on Sunday against Tottenham. We're going to have a fan show. There's going to be a pre-game show, halftime show, predict and win. We're going to have our gears for giveaway, and tumblers for the summer is coming. You know how hard it is in Houston over the summer. So going to those parks, going to play soccer, we're going to have tumblers. So if you are in Houston, Texas, stop over on Sunday and join us. After the game, we're going to have a fan show as well, interviews, and to get fans' reaction to that. So don't forget, keep it there with us. Chema, what could go wrong? What was your gut telling you about the title? Or is Arsenal still in it? Do you think City is going to slip up? Which game do you think is going to be? You just highlighted Tottenham right there. What do you think? And looking ahead to the London Derby this weekend, do you think Arsenal will win? Arsenal has not won at that stadium. I can't remember when it was the last time. Or what's the gut telling you? What do you think?
Wow. Tottenham. I think we're still in the race to start with. I agree with everything that has been said. I think we just have to focus on praying. Everybody's now praying for Man City to slip up because, everybody's praying. Watching Arsenal play today was because I actually told somebody that we can't lose this Chelsea game. And I didn't even know that Cole Palmer and Gusto were not going to play and all of that. This is an Arsenal team with Arteta who doesn't repeat mistakes, yeah? We've seen them break patterns, before it was Arsenal versus Bayern, 5 goals from Bayern, 7 goals, whatever, But Bayern suffered. They were sweating through their jerseys. We could see it. But it didn't work. So Tottenham, Arsenal, I think we're getting that one. Because they are tired. Can't you tell? They're already tired now.
Yeah, Tottenham doesn't look like they have that drive anymore. Even their coach is not looking...
Everybody's tired.
There's...
Nah.
Starting the Arsenal Tottenham game, I feel like that's always. Like you said, Arsenal haven't won at White Hart Lane in a while, but the fact that Tottenham are also fighting for a Champions League spot, it's gonna be a good game, and it's gonna be a lot closer than I think. Per se.
Yeah, definitely. If Arsenal is going to win, they have to really fight for it. Nimi, you're the acclaimed prophet on this podcast. So what's your... Are you telling us about the title? Who is winning the title? How is Arsenal going to end? Do you think City is going to drop any point? And if so, which game do you think they're going to drop points?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'll be the first to say this, although it's really hard to say. City will drop points. If Arsenal can navigate that Tottenham game and win that game, I think Arsenal has a 90% chance of winning the league. Because City will draw points, as you all know, the goal difference between Arsenal and Liverpool is really high. City has boogie teams like West Ham. I'm circling that last game against West Ham as a game that City may draw points on. City will draw points. And with the way Arsenal is playing, especially the way they played today, although again they played against a helpless Chelsea team, this momentum will drive them, especially going past that Wolves, navigating that Wolves game the way they did, and beating Chelsea. I think Tottenham will be, if as an Arsenal fan you're banking on Tottenham helping you guys against Manchester City, that wouldn't happen. Tottenham will lose that game to Manchester City just to make sure Arsenal doesn't win that league. So if Arsenal could beat Tottenham, I would say I give them one hand on the trophy. It's going to be 20 years since they won that league. And Arteta has done a lot. He has changed the trajectory of Arsenal for sure. I remember 4 years ago, his first game was against Arsenal. and was against Chelsea, and they lost. You guys lost 3-1, but the team has grown in leaps and bounds. With the kind of game I saw Havertz play today, um, that number 9 position, I'm beginning to look again. I'm saying,
Thank
where
you. Thank you.
where was this Havertz, man, in Chelsea? And it just I think
He was
he
lost
just
in that dressing room.
I think he just wanted to prove a point. It's just like me anytime I play against
No, Mimi, he's
against
not proving
Eastern
a point.
Grenadiers.
If you run through number 9s in Chelsea, the last maybe 20 years,
Yeah,
you
but
can only count Drogba and
uh,
what's his name? The aggressive one. What's his name again?
Costa, Diego
Diego
Costa.
Costa. The rest, Zichenko, Shevchenko came from AC Milan with a high
Shevchenko.
profile. He failed. Crespo failed. You count them. There are so many number 9 that have come to Chelsea and they didn't
But
deliver.
but
So I think there's
but
something about the way Chelsea plays at number 9s.
but Kai Havertz wasn't a number 9 at Bayer Leverkusen. He wasn't a number 9 when he came to Chelsea. He was like behind the striker position.
Yeah.
And he really. Again, I always tell you guys the way Arteta is using Kai Havertz, it should be very difficult.
Leave this
With
guy Havertz story. Havertz is not a number 9.
he's not a number 9, I know, but what I'm saying
Not a
is
number 9.
it says a lot about the coach, the way Arsenal plays, the importance of Kai Havertz. So I'll leave it at that. I've praised Arsenal too much. I don't want to talk about Arsenal. They played against a useless Chelsea team today, and players like Mudryk, players like 90% of those players need to leave that team. They need to carry their
Let me ask, looking ahead to the London derby on Saturday, and the way Tottenham plays again. Even if Tottenham is in championship and Arsenal, comes to town, obviously they're going to raise their game and it's going to be a tough game. And the way Ange has continued to say that this is the way he wants to play. Do you think Arsenal has what percentage chance will give Arsenal to win that game, considering how Arteta is with being very, very astute with the way he approaches games, and he speaks a lot about looking at what opponent brings and to use that to set up his team. On the other hand, Tottenham, regardless of who you are, they play the same way.
Arsenal have 50% chance of winning the game. You have to keep it balanced. You have to keep your feet firmly on the ground. Don't get carried away. We know that Tottenham have their high line that they live or die by. And I hear that Destiny Udogie is injured for the rest of the season. I would liken that to Cole Palmer missing this game not playing today for Chelsea. That's a major blow to Tottenham because that young man is a very good player. Really supports the attack from the fullback position, and it was somebody with the form that Saka is showing. Saka hasn't been strong the last few games. He was somebody that could easily have given Saka a very torrid time. So in his absence, I'm quietly optimistic. I still say we have 50% chance of winning the game, but I'm sure that we'll come prepared.
Yeah, so what will you expect to do in that lineup, setup, and stuff?
Nothing.
I'm going to start the same team that started today. I thought they acquitted themselves really well. Probably, I may substitute Trossard and start Martinelli and bring in Trossard later. That's the only thing I would do because Martinelli has a really good record both against Chelsea and against Tottenham. That's the only change I will make to start.
And of course, with the high line that Tottenham are going to start always play with, Martinelli's place is going to be very vital, either to push them back or exploit the space they're going to leave him behind. Yeah, I think that does it. It's really quite unfortunate for Arteta and his boys that they, with this quality of job they have done this season, they are still not clear in trying to win this league. I don't think Leverkusen has done up to what Arsenal has done this season, and they're already champions in Germany. That tells you how this football sometimes goes. Real Madrid is 11 points out there in Spain. And look at Arsenal this year fighting it out with Tottenham, with Manchester City and Liverpool. Arteta, well, I think is how else can you start your career other than this? This is a strong way to start your career. Eventually, if he manages to cross the line, he would have earned it, and it's not like any kind of fluke. Chama, anything for Tottenham or Arteta before we go?
Well,
Chama is hammered.
you know how I feel about Tottenham, right? Very
Can I say something?
rosy.
Yeah, go ahead. Boom.
Or what do you have to say?
Yeah. The only thing I have to say is
No.
the reason I am very, very optimistic that Arsenal will win the league this season is, again, I say it again, I use that phrase body of work a lot.
Mhm.
You know, I think that if you worked hard over such a season, the record that they've been able to show, clean sheets, goals scored, chances conceded, everything, Arsenal are ahead of the rest, including City and Liverpool, right? So when you've done this kind of work, it only follows that the natural thing is that you get rewarded for it, so I expect and I hope that this team, after everything they've done this season, even after losing to Villa and falling out of Champions League, that they get some kind of reward for the work that they put in.
Yeah, Arsenal fans, before we forget, if you are in Houston, Texas, don't forget at the Red Velvet pub, Arsenal fans will be there watching the game on Sunday against Tottenham. We're going to have a fan show. There's going to be a pre-game show, halftime show, predict and win. We're going to have our gears for giveaway, and tumblers for the summer is coming. You know how hard it is in Houston over the summer. So going to those parks, going to play soccer, we're going to have tumblers. So if you are in Houston, Texas, stop over on Sunday and join us. After the game, we're going to have a fan show as well, interviews, and to get fans' reaction to that. So don't forget, keep it there with us. And for those that come to the Meriam Park, as usual, big games like this on Saturday, we're going to have a fan pre-game show as well, where we sit down with fans of different clubs to preview the weekend, especially the Arsenal Tottenham game. So keep it there with us this weekend, and it's going to be a busy weekend for us and for the fans out there and our viewers. Don't forget and stop by. But this, I'm sure you're going to be in the Anchor show. Let us know if you have anything to tell our fans and our viewers.
I mean, the only thing I got to say is come on, you Gunners. April 28th. It's a big game, and we'll see who the victor is.
Yeah, Nimi, I hope you manage to find some sleep tonight. The season is ended for Chelsea. I don't know why you...
Nimi is hammered.
Well, they say there's, you never know how it is to be an Arsenal fan. Days like this, make me think about the 20 years you guys have been in the wilderness.
It's
It's really painful. It's really painful to be
Well, I was
in the league situation.
Like I said, this is how you know when a club is officially into a banter era. When they start bantering you not with what they do, but with what other people do. That's how you know they're officially into banter era.
Nimi is hurting so bad. Sorry, my brother.
Reg, let me tell you something.
I understand.
Yeah, go ahead, Jude.
Yeah, so Arsenal is in a better place, in this title race, and as it is, the pressure is on City right now, because City has games in hand, and the pressure is on them to win. Arsenal need to go to Tottenham. If they can go to Tottenham and play with the level of confidence they used against Chelsea today, trust me, they're going to trash Tottenham. I don't have any doubt about it.
City will be traveling to Brighton on Thursday. They're playing Brighton on Thursday. So if anything happens in that game, then
City will drop points. But
the pressure is on City.
Yeah.
Currently, I don't see them in a very good psychological state.
Exactly.
Especially the way they lost to Madrid, and then even why didn't you you should be very much angry that Chelsea could not beat a tired City in that FA Cup.
Why would I be angry when we have
You
a
should be more angry at that game than today.
Why would I be angry when we have a Kabu striker? Are you trying to?
No.
Are you trying to mock?
No, seriously.
You know what?
Seriously, that game was for Chelsea. Was for their taking, and they lost it. That's what I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I was really, really angry at Chelsea on that day.
That shows you. That shows you.
Jude, leave Nimi, please, banter us. We just whooped you 5-0, so don't go ahead. It's okay. Please banter us. Banter us, hey. I feel your pain. After being whooped 5-0.
So you don't have to.
I understand. Please banter us. Go ahead.
No, you have. I don't know if you guys ever watched your
I even wore blue to identify with you. Please go ahead, banter us. If it makes you feel better. I'm concerned about your well-being.
I'm in severe pain. I've already booked my flight out of Houston. If Arsenal win this week, I'll be leaving Houston.
Before you go, just hold on. The next episode, I'll try and bring Wados. So I can hand over the EPA title to you, so that you can.
I don't know why didn't you invite Bados? Why am I the one on the standing front to be shot?
No, he will not show. He will not show up today. He will not show up. It takes him like 48 hours. But
Nimi, I'm not bantering Nimi. I'm in support of whatever is happening. Nimi, I'm not a mom. I can feel your pain.
I'm in severe pain. It will not be well. You don't want it. It will not be well with Putin and Russia. The moment they show that.
On a very serious note, I know that Arteta had this problem. And,
no, please, Reggie. I don't want to hear that.
Hold on.
No. I know where you're going.
Something
I had this problem and they came fair with him. Do you think Chelsea should keep faith with Poch?
Maybe there's something they say in Nigeria. Should I tell you?
Reggie, don't let me get into this screen and hold your neck for this comment you're saying right now. What do you mean keep Poch?
You say what?
I said, don't let me get into this screen and hold your neck.
It's okay. Before me go, use it to prayer.
Okay, guys, thank you for stopping by today. Bye-bye. On Sunday. Hopefully, after that game, Arsenal should be in a better position to win the league. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Ciao.